What's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. No game day this weekend. I just wanted to do a mailbag and chop it up with you guys on the latest Giants news and rumors. Appreciate you tuning in. If I missed your question, it's your own dang fault. It means you're not subscribed. So hit that big red sub button and help us get to 40,000 subs. We are almost there. My guy Ryan with a $5 super chat. What's up, bro? Thanks for the love, my man. Says Nabers or Coleman first round. Jayden Daniels or Bo Nix in the second, and linemen, and who's the top 5 free agent edge rushers? Loaded question, and I absolutely love it, my man. So I actually have a list of the top edge rushers right now in free agency. Let me pull that up real quick for you, my man. Danielle Hunter of the Minnesota Vikings, I think, is up there. I think Brian Burns is up there, obviously. I think Josh Allen from the Jacksonville Jaguars is up there. I think Chase Young is there. Zadarius Smith could be up there from the Cleveland Browns. Those are probably the top 5 guys that I'm looking at the edge rusher position. If I had to sign one of them, Danielle Hunter or Josh Allen. I think you get Josh Allen a little slighter of a cost, maybe more sneaky production. Nabers or Coleman? Pick your flavor of ice cream, right? Are you a chocolate? Are you a vanilla? Are you a strawberry? If you're a mint chocolate chip guy, go check yourself in somewhere. You're probably on a list. Nabers is the guy that's just elite. A little bit smaller. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Zay Flowers. A little bit bigger, I would say. While Coleman gives me outside receiver vibes. He's a guy that's going to line up on the outside of the numbers and be your go-to target. You got your strong, big outside receiver in Coleman. Your shorter, shiftier, and elusive player in Nabers. Thing is, though, I don't think, and I could be wrong, we're 7 months away from the draft? Maybe 5 months away at this point. I think Jayden Daniels and Bo Nix could both be first-round picks. I think Nabers could be closer to a second-round pick, but he is flying up draft boards, and we know how receivers going to send in draft orders. Look, if you came out of the draft with Nabers, Daniels, and a top 5 edge rusher in free agency, I'd be pretty freaking happy. Sign me up for that. How about you pick a quarterback? Pick a QB. You can only have one of these guys be the starter for the Giants next year. Who would it be? Daniels, Nix, Penix. Sound off for me. Michael Guerrero, what up, brother? Says, with Darren Waller out still and Bellinger not really being used, what to do with the tight end position? I'd run it back with the 2 guys we have. I know Darren Waller is still out. I still believe in Daniel Bellinger. I think he's a solid tight end. Look, nobody's stats on offense outside of Jalin Hyatt's last week looked really all that good. And to be honest with you, nobody's stats at a skill position on offense look good at all. You don't have many points. You don't have many touchdowns. Everyone's stats are down. But I would say that Darren Waller and Daniel Bellinger as a combo, is probably a top 5 duo at the tight end position. I'm fine with our tight ends, Mike. I don't think you need to add there. But hey, let's say this. You pick 7th and 8th in the draft, and Brock Bowers is staring you in the face. He's more than just a tight end. He's a playmaker. Nope. Says, how would you grade the 2023 Giants draft class so far? Let's play a game. Deonte Banks. I'm going to say that's a B-plus pick so far. I've been extremely encouraged by the way he's played. He's flashed, and he shows signs that he could be a number 1 corner in this league. I'll give him a B-plus. John Michael Schmitz, I'll give it a B. I don't think he's lived up to the hype of being another Creed Humphrey in this league, but he's going to be your next starting center for the next 10 years. Jalin Hyatt, I give that a B+, and he probably has had the least production of those 2 guys. But what I saw him do against the Patriots, putting up 100 yards, how many times I see him open downfield, I think he is Deshaun Jackson 2.0, and I think he's going to be a great player for this team for a long time. Eric Gray, probably give it a D. Look, it's a 5th-round pick. Not many of those guys are immediate production players, but he hasn't really done anything. Trey Hawkins, also a D, round 6. A lot of hype for him. Has not lived up to the bill. Jordan Riley, I'm giving an A. You get a player like Jordan Riley in the 7th round, he's going to be a player for this team for a while. And Javarius Owens is incomplete. Has not played much this year, if at all. So I'm going to go B+ for Banks, B for John Michael Schmitz. I'm going A for Jalin Hyatt. F it. D for Gray, D for Riley, D for Hawkins, A for Riley, and then incomplete for Javarius Owens. So overall, I think it's a B+ draft. B+ draft. And if you got a starter in Riley in the 7th round. It's a pretty damn good pick right there. We'll get to more questions coming up in a second, but first, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Factor. When you go to factormeals.com/GiantsChat50, you're going to get 50% off. Literally 50% off. So get hooked up with them. Factormeals.com/GiantsChat50, promo code GiantsChat50. When you're too busy running around to plan lunch, Factor has you covered with lunch to go. Effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers that are ready to go when you're on the go. No microwave required. This holiday season, we're all going to be busy, and you might be looking for nutritious, convenient meals to keep you energized on jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, you'll feel healthier, you'll eat good, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all your holiday to-dos. Head to factormeals.com/GiantsChat50 and use code GiantsChat50 to get 50% off. That's code GiantsChat50 at factormeals.com/GiantsChat50 to get 50% off. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. Pokemon, what up, brother? Do you think the new move is to draft a quarterback that has a wide receiver that went to the same school, such as Burrow and Chase, Hurts and Smith? I think we get Jayden Daniels and Nabers. I think that's his #1 target. I'm not against this at all. Look, if the Giants walk out of the first 2 rounds, the Jayden Daniels and Nabers, that's really good because I think Nabers is going to be an elite playmaker in this league, and I'm starting to fall in love with the prospect, Jayden Daniels. And I love the idea of getting a rookie quarterback, a guy that he knows, the guy that he can lean on, a guy that he's practiced with, the guy that he's thrown thousands of bolts to. How many times have we seen a quarterback go to a bad situation? And if you're picking at the top of the draft, it's probably going to be a bad situation. But any way you can make it easier, any way you can pad the landing of that guy, whether that's drafting a receiver that he knows and loves, whether that's getting an offensive coordinator that's worked for him before. Jayden Daniels and Nabers, I'm all in on that in the first 2 rounds. Gilly, if the defense didn't take so many snaps, do you think they would be ranked over 15? Tibbs, Micah, Okereke, X, and Dex. I think it just comes back to the mainly the second Cowboy game. You gave up almost 700 yards and you gave up 49 points that game. I think the defense for the Giants is better than the Giants' offense, but there's still some holes on this defense. But Tibbs, Micah, Okereke, X, Dex, Deonte Banks, that's 6 pretty good players right there. That's enough to build a defense around. But you need another edge rusher. Hopefully Azeez Ojulari is healthy next year. I'm not banking on that. Just like I'm not banking on Evan Neal taking a step. You need to have more investment than just Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau at the edge, and you need more investment at the right tackle position besides Neal. I think the Giants' defense is fine. I would not fire Wink Martindale. I like the way they've played over the past couple of games, Gilly. There's some talent there, that's for sure. Giants edits. Can Hyatt be a wide receiver 3 in the NFL? Yes, absolutely. I think Jalin Hyatt could be a wide receiver 2. If you got a big, strong possession wide receiver at your wide, who's to say your wide receiver can't be T. Higgins, Jalin Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darren Waller, and Daniel Bellinger? That's pretty damn good to me. T. Higgins is your guy that can take the top off the defense as well as running the intermediate routes and be your go-to target in one-on-one possessions. If you don't have the top off on the defense, Jalin Hyatt's going to take it off. Really, really enjoyed watching Jalin Hyatt against the New England Patriots. 5 catches, over 100 yards. I don't know if he's ever a wide receiver 1 because I don't know if he's ever a 100-plus yard catch guy. But he's a damn good wide receiver 2. And he's a guy that could change the game with just 1 catch. We've seen that. Go back to Arizona. Scott, how would you grade the 2022 draft class? I like this game. Let's go to the 2022 draft class right here. All righty. Kayvon Thibodeau. That's an A. That's an A. 11 sacks this year. Evan Neal. That's an F. That's an F for me. You pick a guy top 7, and he's been a bust. Wan'Dale Robinson, I'll give it a C. He's flashed, but he's had some injury concerns. And when you take a receiver in the 2nd round, I need more production than what he's given, to be fair. Joshua Zudu, injuries, I'll give it a D. Cordell Flott, I give it a C+. I see some potential there, and I like some of the plays he made. Daniel Bellinger, I'll give it a C+. Dane Belton, I'll give it a C-. Got to see more, but he's had some splash plays. Micah Mcfadden, I give that an A. You got a starting inside linebacker in the 5th round. DJ Davidson, 6th-round pick. Excuse me, 5th-round pick. I'll give that a B. He's showed a little bit. Marcus McKethan, 5th-round pick. He's not good. I'll give him a D. And Darian Beavers on the practice squad. I'll give that a D. So you get an A from Thibodeau, a C from Robinson, a C+ from Flott, C+ from Bellinger, an A from Belton. Excuse me, an A from McFadden. I'll give that class a B. I'll give that class a B. Because you got a starter in Thibodeau, potential starter in Robinson, potential starter in Flott. Bellinger can start. McFadden's a starter and rotational player in DJ Davidson. I'll give it a B overall. I'd say 2 decent draft classes for the Giants to start under the Joe Schoen era. Garcia Arts, can you guys put super chats towards the higher Coughlin as head coach in email? I love these questions. The Giants did Tom Coughlin so dirty, and I will never forgive them for the way that they treated a guy that won them 2 Super Bowls. Yeah. You start the GoFundMe. You let me know. Just kidding. Maybe. I don't know. As always, just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for tuning in. If you haven't yet, give me a follow over on Twitter @MarshallGreen_. Enjoy your Sunday off. And then let's go beat the Packers on Monday Night Football and get back in the playoffs.